It's as close as you can get to like killing someone without like being arrested or really killing someone.
Guns, fire, women of the night, drugs, drug lords, being a taxi driver, and me just being a wild little boy with Uzis on the loose. GTA 3, the life-changing game that we all experienced if you are past the age of 30-something. And the PlayStation 2 was the most precious element in your life. Besides Pamela Anderson, she was having a pretty big decade. Or Paul Walker, I don't want to leave anybody out here. We're very open and accepting here at Channel 7 Games. But there's no doubt we all have this one element in our life that we can still agree on today, is that GTA 3 changed our life. We didn't know what binge gaming was until we received this. This game, besides the Ocarina of Time Zelda, has burned more memories in my brain than any other game. It's like a long lost love I had. I've had this game from the moment it came out. I still get the giggles when I think about it. I can sit here and just state the obvious elements of the whole game. Was it violent? Heck yeah, it was. Was it the first time we could start shooting up pedestrians and police, rob people? Of course. We loved it. And we all lied to our parents and just told them, it's just this game where you can go around and borrow people's cars, and sometimes the police get really mad at you. But that's all, nothing else. It's crazy to think that many people, well, younger generation today, they'll never experience this. And yes, I know this sounds cliche to say this at this point, but playing GTA 3 at that point in time when it came out, there was nothing like this. It blew my fucking mind. I didn't care about anything else in life besides GTA 3 and Pizza Hot Pockets. Those were my favorite. You see, when you first turned this game on, it was a dark game. You knew immediately there was something different going on here. It was edgy. It was wild. People were cussing in the game. We just broke out of jail. Not to mention, these graphics were state of the art. I had never seen anything like this. I was used to Lara Croft and her square you-know-whats. That's all we had back then. Hard living, okay, people? Hard living. You kids don't know. As you're playing this game, there's so many different elements that are coming to you in your mind. It's raining. It's loud. You're being chased by cops. There's guns. There's pedestrians walking around that I can just go hit upside the head. Now listen, I'm not going to beat around the bush. The first thing that started to break in the media, in houses, in the ears of your mom and dads, making its way around the school bus stop, around the neighborhood kids, in the classrooms,
like killing someone without like being arrested or really killing someone,
was how insanely bloody and violent this game was for this new generation of gamers. We were ruined after this, but that was nothing compared to the main element we couldn't explain too well to mom and dad and had other parents talking. Kids were being interrogated and ratting out other kids for one reason. Was the picking up ladies of the night mode.
With a prostitute. Want me to shoot her?
Not only did we get all of this with Grand Theft Auto 3, but there was this extra piece that no one could believe that we were getting. And I'm going to tell you something right now. For you yuppies out there, this was pre-internet. This was, I didn't even have a flip phone. This was my only contact with females. And I was a teenage boy, a ripe teenage boy. So at this very moment, not only was this the best game in the world already, but it changed my life right then and there. I couldn't stop picking up these ladies of the night. I ran out of money at times. So much so that I had to recycle. If you get what I'm saying. I'll never forget when my dad came into my room and said, "Are you playing that Grand Theft Auto game?" Some buddies of mine at work told me something about it. He literally said, "Have you been fornicating with women on this game?" I said, No, Dad, I haven't seen anything like that. Maybe I haven't got to that part in the game. I'm not sure. I've just been driving around. But that day alone, oh yeah, I knew. I'd picked up 10 of them that day. What Daddy don't know won't hurt him. As I dived more into this game, I found the map to be my own bedroom. I knew it. I loved it. It was my safe place. I knew it like the back of my hand. The good parts, the bad parts, and the parts that were just okay. But traveling all the way around this map at a constant pace, there was something you picked up pretty fast. I wasn't waiting around for crazy load screens to eat up my time. GTA 3 was one of the first games to just get rid of load screens for every element. As soon as you loaded the game up, that was it. Here we go. The hardware limits were met for my sweet Rockstar, giving me non-stop in and out scenes from city to city, driving over people, yelling at them to get off the sidewalk. I was driving on it. It was the element that I knew that this game was very advanced. than any other game I had played up to this point in my life. And every other game before this just felt like a toy that I just didn't care to play with anymore. Why would I? I've got Uzis! This was also where I started to learn about firearms. At sweet 12 years old, different sounds, loading them, which ones I enjoyed the most. It really is amazing how I didn't grow up to be a sicko. I loved I had the power to cause the apocalypse at any given moment in this game, as people ran around screaming for their life. Fire, rockets, grenades, automatic rifles. I was holding all of them at one time. Having these amazing graphics that showed blood exploding out of people's bodies was something up to that point I had only seen in the Predator movie. Now I was the Predator, not that kind of Predator.
Sir, I just need you to sit on the couch. Come on right over here, please.
Something that's just a normal element in most games today that we take for granted, we don't pay attention to anymore. It's the living simulated city that we all go into, the free roam. Just every generic city landscape in every game today. Whether it be Grand Theft Auto, Cyberpunk, obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 is totally different. But obviously I'm talking about any game with cars, planes. Some of them, if you were just placed in it, you couldn't tell anything apart from the other one. I remember driving off that bridge when I first started playing Grand Theft Auto 3 and saying, there's people walking around. Do you see this? There's freaking people walking around. I can see them right in front of me. And I just ran over one, and they screamed, and other people screamed. What is going on? But this city, it wasn't in 2D either. It was 3D. It was in my face, right up close. The only element missing from this city was that I couldn't smell it. Just my dirty sheets and old Hot Pocket stains. What is now one of the smallest maps in games now? GTA 3, believe it or not. At the time, it was huge. It was a huge map. It held the record for a minute of open 3D world. It's essentially the landscape for every other open world map like that. It's Rome if you really think about it. And when you were playing it for the first time, it seemed as though it was never going to end. Do you remember that part of the game? One of the best parts about the whole game too, is that you could get other gangs to fight each other and start shooting at each other, and sometimes the cops would even get involved. That's really awesome. It's a really good time. I really enjoyed that, and I spent days, years just turning that game on, and that would be all I did. I would just get other gangs to fight other gangs. There was nothing else like that. It was just awesome. Going back to this game now after almost 25 years later is truly crazy because it brings up wild emotions for me. It brings me back to my room as a kid when I was alone, never seeing my parents. One work nights and one work days. I was truly what you called a latchkey kid. It was just me, only child, no one else, no friends. GTA 3 built a lot of my views of the world at that time because it was my world. There's no way I would let my own children play this game today at the age I was when I was playing this game. But then again, maybe I should. It's a good old bird and bees conversation of life. You walk out in front of traffic, something's gonna happen. So as I've said, GTA 3 changed my life, and it helped me in a very dark, lonely time in my young child life. Thank God I had it. I had no one else to talk to. Just me, GTA 3, and that crazy radio. No one knew I existed. The game didn't make me a shooter, like adults at the time, saying it was gonna make kids be homeless and live on the streets, because it was gonna make them into terrible people. Well, maybe some of us did. But truly, thank you GTA 3. You changed my life, and you made me the creep I am today. Thank you. Alright, get lost. Go play some games. Bye everyone.